to all who are present. The audience are the library and information science professionals, faculty members, not only in library information science, but in all disciplines, students, research scholars, within the state and outside the state and outside the country for online for viewing and listening this useful academic webinar. Few words about KELPRO, Kerala Library Professionals Organization. It was launched in 1992 and came in full operation in 2018. It provides library information services to students, seminars, conferences, workshops. Not only that, he has presented several papers also in several conferences and was invited speaker in several conferences and seminars. He had delivered several lectures, talks in national and international seminars and conferences. He conducted several webinars also. He got several awards. Recently, in 2019, he received the Distinguished Professor Award from the Arun International Research Foundation. 1 year prior to that, that is in 2018, he was awarded the Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam National Award by Bahujan Sahitya Academy. Best Researcher National Award by Human Rights Protection, Delhi. We are extremely happy to have Dr. Sadik Bhasha here. I humbly request all of you to mute your audio as well as video till completion of his lecture to avoid unnecessary voices. After the lecture, you will be given ample time for interaction. Now over to the speaker, Dr. Sadik Bhasha. Sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, please start, sir.
Good morning, everyone, every participants to have taken participations. The most respected Professor Mind sir, and one of the dear colleagues, Sudhir, Minnie Madam, and other professional colleagues are there. Let me first submit my good morning to each and everybody who has taken participation in this webinar. The topic is actually, this is the most important topic what I conceive, because a librarian has different role. And I can say that library is the heart of institutions. though it is said as just a statement, in practical, I would tell you one thing. Library is a real heart of institution, and IQAC is the brain of the institution. If IQAC is the brain of the institution, means the librarian is going to function as the heart of that institution to get good quality, to improve the quality of the institution, as well as we can say that adjudicated tools, unless otherwise we take it to the teaching community or the people, those who are working, the institution cannot get higher score in NAC. For that purposes, this session especially, we planned. And Humayun Gabir sir, what he has said, that the session should be in such a way that there should be a real learning. We have planned in such a way that we should learn something from today's class, webinar, and we have to implement all those things in our institution, and we will show that what the best quality that the librarian has in his profession. So let me start with a quote that success, everybody wants to be successful in this space of activity, whatever that he has taken. Either from the teacher to whatever the profession that a person is, the ultimate answer for any question means, I want to be successful in the career. If it is a case, I would tell you what is the true definition of the success. Success is the ability to be happy and make others happy. This quote is especially matched to the profession of library people. Success is the ability to be happy and make others happy. Success is the ability to be satisfied and make others satisfied. Success is the ability to be contented and make others contented. If it is a case, so we are the best example, I can tell you that. Whether we want to be successful means we want to prove our ability to others. If it is a case, what the role the librarian, the library profession to take in the institutions. As time is flying fast, let me go with the presentation. Can anybody tell that, are you able to see my screen? So any one of you just unmute and tell me that, are you able to see the screen of mine?
No, screen, no screens, there are only your face only.
Okay, right. Can you see the screen now?
Yes, sir. Now it is visible.
Yes, yes.
Yes. Let us start with the. So our topic that we have selected today is creating academic identities and improving citation score. The most important thing today in the adjudication for NAC purposes or NARF purposes, whatever the thing it may be. So this is the thing today for focus. And I want to tell you that winners never quit, quitters never win. So winners never quit means we plan that, we believe that the library professions are always winners. Now, let us come to the point of view straight away. Everyone has bank account. Everyone has bank account to, our salary is credited into the bank account. But what is the source of our income is nothing but our our profession. Profession means maximum we library people are working in academic institutions. So that's why for that we are getting salary every month. We have bank account. If it is a case to enjoy that salary, this is not the simple question asked to you only. Those who are all there in the teaching community, librarians are considered to be there. Teaching community, as well as he has the backbone of teaching. If it is the case, I'm asking these questions in front of you. My dear friends, do you have academic account? Academic account means what, sir? Let me go in depth. Do you have account in Google Scholar? Do you have account in ResearchGate? Do you have account in Web of Science? Do you have account in Scopus? Do you have account in Influminate? That means Vidwan. So if we have all those things, that we have started our career, whether that's our career is competitive or not, that the next thing that I am going to tell you. In going depth about of all those academic identities, let me reveal the matter. Account, I have told you that. Instead, that account, let me come straight away to the point. Do you have your own ArchIT ID? Do you have Google Scholar ID? Do you have ResearchGate ID? Do you have Researcher ID and Scopus ID, then Vidwan ID? How many of you have? I don't know, but after completion of these sessions, today itself, those don't have. They have to create and make other teachers of your institution. We have to make them create, and we want to take our institution to the higher level. That is the responsibility that we have to shoulder on our shoulder. You can ask me, why is this? What is the use of these identities, sir? Why these IDs are needed? Is it a must? Nobody is asking these questions from management side or any other side. Why do you want to insist all those things? Personally, when we talk about our own self, whenever the CAS CAS credentials, CAS advertisement has come, at that time, we people run here and there to get the document, to collect our own document. At the time, we feel lot of difficulties in filling the application and giving the evidence at the time, at the last moment. But if we follow all these identities, if we have all those IDs, no need of going for, running here and there. Just in an hour, I can prepare an application for CAS credential. And to update our advancement, we want to measure our own self, whether we are improving our own selves or not. Whether I have been improving my own self, what is my quality? How can I measure my own quality? Whether we want to measure our own quality means we need some, documentation. So to update our advancement, these IDs are needed. Our development, and as well as to compare your skill with others. So okay, I'm okay with that. Self-satisfaction we have that I'm doing well, but am I really doing well? If it is a question mark comes in front of us, we should have a comparison with others. Those who are all at higher level, we can compare with in what way that we have. We are not able to reach with them. These are the things that we can identify with these IDs. Okay, sir. Whether we have, we can proceed on, and what are the things to be carried out, I will come you later. And whether you don't have, what to do now, sir? This is the side question from your side. There are two stepping stones to be successful in academic activity. First of all, we should understand our quality and measuring. And next one, we have to update account. These two things should be carried out every day. To know your quality, need of knowledge of all those things. One is adjudicative tools of academicians, and another one is learning techniques and handling tools. Now, if you think that these are not real, whether it is really needed, just ask these questions to your own self. You are working in an institution. What is the H index of that institution today? Whether it is improving or not. Do you have any role in improving the institutional H index? If you have the answer for these questions, you are doing well, I can tell you. And if you have no any answer for this question and you don't have any role improving university or that institution H index means, I can tell you that you don't have take any participation in the university or that institution development. So first of all, how to create, what are the IDs that we have to create? Researcher ID. What is researcher ID? You know, the researcher ID is given by Web of Science. How many of we have publication in Web of Science? That is a question mark. And what we people always feel that publication sending the, publication through mail in the morning, we expect the acceptance in the evening, and next day you feel that that paper will be online, otherwise on the in the journal. That is not the case in the Web of Science and Scopus. Whether your paper is really worthwhile, whether your paper is really qualitative, then we can plan for submitting our paper in Web of Science journal. For submitting our, to have the measurement in Web of Science of our own account, we have to create. That is nothing but the researcher ID. That can be created through Publon in Web of Science. So here, the screens which I have shown you, that if it is a case, when you go for your, Web of Science, this type of things you can get. And here, let me show you that this side, some, IDs are given. This ID is given by Web of Science. If you want to get Web of Science researcher ID, means you should have to publish at least one publication in Web of Science journal. And you can ask me, Web of Science journals, what all the journals are available in Web of Science? Around 8,000 titles are there in the Web of Science in different disciplines. And especially in library science, I can tell you that more number of publications are there in library science also. From India, there are so many publishers are there. In foreign countries also, so many publishers are there. We can choose any one of the journals in Web of Science, and we have to publish. Once it is published, then we have the rights to create Web of Science researcher ID. And researcher ID is the prime. Researcher ID is a pride of an academician, pride of anybody else, those who are working in academic institution. Otherwise, whether we call ourselves as a scientist. And why I am telling you, that most of the people, we people have completed our PhD. PhD means that's the research. If we have done the research, means we have taken the part in the research activities, and we may be considered as one of the scientists. If it is a case, if you feel that you are the scientist, one of the scientists in the field which you have chosen, if it is a case, it is a must to have Web of Science researcher ID. So how it is to be created? Simply, when you create, just go to Google. There, if you type researcher ID, it will take to the Web of Science Publon, Publon site, in which you are asked to fill in the details. And when you fill up all the details, that will be, taken, all the information is taken, then your mail ID verification comes, and then you can get your, but only the things, the Web of Science researcher ID you can get in 2 days. First, you have to submit your application. That application will be considered for 2 days. Thereafter, if your publication, if you link your Web of Science publication in researcher ID, that researcher ID will be created by and then that head office of Web of Science, Thomson Reuters. Then you can get your researcher ID in 2 days. And even at the time, in Web of, while you create your Web of Science researcher ID, they would ask one question: link your publication, your Web of Science publication in researcher ID. Now the question is that, sir, this is not a simple, easy joke that we have to publish in Web of Science journal. First of all, it is very easy. So as I show you here, it covers 8,500 significant journals, 150 discipline, and what we have to do, just to select your target journal. We receive so many mails in our, mail account regarding the publication activity. Submit your article in our journal, in this journal. So whenever you get any information like this, first you check with this, whether we want to check your publication, whether the journal is covered in Web of Science or not. Through either we can go through journal citation report, JCR. Otherwise, we can, JCR will be, model will be that, the screen shows that how the JCR will be. When you click on that, whether that particular journal is available in Web of Science or not, just when you go for JCR, journal citation report, you can download that and you can check. Otherwise, you can directly check online also. Otherwise, one more thing is that To find out the journal of Web of Science, there is one more option. We can go for master journalist online. Master journalist. If you type master journalist, this type of screen will come, in which your journal, which you prefer, type the journal, otherwise the ISSN number, and find out whether that journal is covered in Web of Science. Really, it will show on the screen. Otherwise, it will say found 0 results. So it is understood that that journal is not available in Web of Science. If we go for, and my dear friends, try to understand, if we publish one paper, one article in Web of Science or Scopus, in CA's credential, you are given 30 marks, 30 points. If you go for predatory journal, you will be given only 4 or 10 marks, up to 10 marks. A recent UGC, manual, what they have given, UGC guidelines, 10 marks for the predatory journals, whether it has ISS number, what they have. But if you go for this Web of Science or Scopus journal, means you can get 30 marks. So, and this type of predatory journal check, how can you check means? You can get this type of mails. If you submit your paper, immediately it can be published in our journal. Even they have given ISS number, even print online. But we have to check this with the Web of Science, whether you want to create quality, whether you want to prove yourself the work of yours is qualitative one. First of all, we should prefer this one, Web of Science journals. Why it is so? For creating researcher ID. So the model I have shown you that, for example, if I want to check a particular journal, International Political Science Review, that is journal, whether I want to check whether I go for master journalist, if I type on that, box, and the result will be shown like this. The result will be shown like this. What is the title of the journal? Who are the publisher? What is the ISSN number? And all the details in which index it is covered in Web of Science. What is the index it is covered? All the things will be shown on the screen like this. Whether it is not covered in the Web of Science, automatically it won't show. There is no result. It will show like this. Okay. Thereafter, even that researcher ID asks you whether we want to create. Can we take all the publications? Somebody, some of the professors are there online. They may have Web of Science publications. Even you can link this publication with the researcher ID as well as ORCID ID also. So this is a model I'm showing that how, if you have uploaded all your publication in researcher ID, it will show you how many publication, how many citation received only in Web of Science, not in other databases. Only in Web of Science. What is the H index that you have received in Web of Science? And one more thing, that if you have H index in Web of Science, minimum at least if you have 3 means, I can say you are the best in your quality. So getting 1 H index in Web of Science itself a difficult task. See, this is nothing but the screen which I show you of my Honorable Vice Chancellor of this university. He has scored 46 H index. That means he is a real scientist. He has published 160 articles with which he has received this much of citation. Simultaneously, he has got 46 H index. And next ID. So one ID, researcher ID. Let me repeat the thing. Researcher ID is given by Web of Science. Web of Science researcher ID can be created whether you have published at least a paper in Web of Science, then only we can create researcher ID. Researcher ID is given by the head office and in 2 days. Next thing, what happened today, the author ambiguity problem comes. So what, by the same name, so many people are living in this world. That's why the journal wants to give you a unique number. That is, the next ID is nothing but ORCID ID, Open Researcher and Contributor ID. So this is nothing but this ID is created very easy manner just in Google. When you go in Google, if you type ORCID registration, this type of screen will come in which you have to register. All the information has to be filled in, and you can upload your papers. You can upload your bibliographical information about of your papers in ORCID ID. So in future, it is, expected very soon that whether you want to go for any publication activities, it is a must that every author should have ORCID ID. It would be like a author. This ID we have Aadhaar ID like this. So 4 digit it would be that, in which we can create ID as well as we can upload our publicational details. It would be like this. So this is the model of the screen. We should create RC ID also, in which we have to upload. Creating ID is not a simple matter. I mean, creating ID is not a matter, but once it is created, it is our duty to upload our all publications day to day. As soon as the publication has come out, immediately we have to upload all those things on the screen on that particular ID. That is a must. Whether you have got one publication, you should concentrate whether it is to be published. I mean, once it is published means we have to upload it in RC as well as Google Scholar and all the other IDs, then only our H-index will be calculated. Next one is Scopus ID. Right? So up to this, I mean, just unmute any one of you, just tell me that, I mean, explaining you properly, I mean, are you able to follow me, or any difficulty that you are able to understand? Any practical thing that you need, just tell me, any one of you, just tell to proceed
Sir,
further.
you are explaining very clearly, Thank you.
Okay, sir. Next prestigious one is nothing but Scopus ID, sir. Scopus ID is nothing but a green card. And I can frankly tell you one thing, as, I mean, 1 minute earlier I have told that Web of Science researcher ID can be created only if you have published only at least one article in Web of Science. Even that a library people can create easily without publication has Web of Science also. There are some other way, but still Scopus is not like that. Scopus ID is a green card. The Scopus ID is given by Scopus. It is not created, it is given. Try to understand. Researcher ID is created, RCID ID is created, but Scopus ID cannot be created. Scopus ID is given by Scopus themselves. Once if you publish at least one paper in Scopus covered journals, it is indexed, and then the page of yours will be created in the Scopus, and immediately you will be given Scopus ID. That Scopus ID in numeric, which you can note down. For example, and Scopus indexed journals there are so many journals are there. We have a lot of options. When compared to Web of Science and Scopus, maximum the scientists what they tell you that topmost qualitative journals are in Web of Science. Scopus is the next level. Somebody may argue, no, sir, Scopus journals are, I can sell that. So many predatory journals are there in the Scopus also. I cannot argue with that. That the Scopus is the 100% quality in database, because even I have a proof. When you go for a UGC care list journal, around 187 predatory journals are, removed from their list from the Scopus, and even the UGC has clearly given the guidelines that if you publish any article in these journals, though it is covered in Scopus, you cannot claim for any, points for this journals, these articles published in this particular journal. You can check Scopus. So that's why the highest quality journals are Web of Science. The next level quality is Scopus. Around 30,500 journals are covered in Scopus. So whether we want to check whether the journal is covered in, and especially I will tell you one thing, that before submission in our university, we have made a, arrangement like this. If any PhD students wants to publish, wants to submit his thesis, means before that he has to get approval from librarian whether the publication of his is covered in Scopus or index. It is a mandatory that a research scholar has to publish, 2 articles either in Scopus or Web of Science, not in predatory journal, not in UGC care list journal, but this Web of Science and Scopus. For that, we have to authorize. How to authorize, sir? One is from Web of Science journal, means I told you that master journalist. Another one is whether it is a case of Scopus, we should go for SJR. We can download this SJR, Skymago journal ranking. Otherwise, we can. So this the Skymago journal ranking, you can. Subject journal ranking is that you can download. Whether you can check it even. Otherwise, if you want to select the journal, also this will be much helpful to you. Just you can select subject wise, subject category wise. Even whether you want to publish the article Scopus or an article published only in our country, even you can minimize it. You can just take out that journal also, particular country wise, year wise, type wise. You can have an option by downloading SGR. We can do these things. And one more thing that we can search the journal through Scopus sources. So it is free on Google. Just type Scopus, and on Google you can find that author search sources. In whether you click on the sources, it will show this screen whether you want to check whether that particular journal is available in Scopus or not. Try to understand whether if you type the thing, either you can search with the title, ISSN number, or subject wise, anything else. When there are options are there, the screen which I show you on this, this is the model of the screen of the Scopus, and I am showing you here. I checked with one journal, International Journal of Pedagogy and Curriculum, and it has shown the result like this. And when you go for that, whether that journal is available, it will show like this. And what is the site score of the journal? What is the highest percentile? What is how many citations it has received in that particular previous years? And document. These are the details will come. Whether that journal is not really covered in Scopus main, it shows no results. So in such a way, we can find out whether that particular journal is available or not. And one more thing for academic community, as you are, whether you publish, while you go for that journal may be available in Scopus, but what happened? The period of coverage will be, for example, 1997 to 2018. If you have published your article in 2020, it will not be taken for credit of 30 points in your CAS. That's why we should check the journal page. We should go for the journal page. In this journal page, when you go for the journal page, it will show that from which year to which year it has the coverage in Scopus. And we should check whether this coverage is at present available or not. Then only we should publish the articles in Scopus journals. This is the model of the individual profile, Scopus profile of an author on Scopus. So this is the same our Vice Chancellor's the profile. I have shown you that H index is calculated and everything is there on the screen. This is the one method we can check. So next one is what I have told you, that Scopus ID. So every researcher, every faculty member should have all these IDs. One is Web of Science Researcher ID. Next one is ORCID ID. Next one is Scopus ID. And dilution ID is nothing but Google Scholar to satisfy our own self, because Scopus and Web of Science are actually, they are that much standard, and getting publication in that databases may find it difficult. As a beginner, you can advise to the beginners to go ahead with this citation database, Google Scholar. And Google Scholar, creating Google Scholar account is very much easy. And only the things what you have to do, whether we have Gmail account means we can create account. And most of the cases, what happened, what is the advantages of Web of Science and Scopus when compared to Google Scholar? Google Scholar has one more option. Google Scholar, what it takes, all the articles, it is indexed, all the articles, all the journals, it is indexed in Scopus, Google Scholar. But in Web of Science, their family journals only indexed in Web of Science. Scopus, they have their own limitation. Their Scopus covered journals are only indexed in Scopus, and H index is calculated. That is why every academician may have different H index. For example, my H index in Web of Science will be different, Scopus will be different, and Google Scholar will be always higher. Because why it is higher, it has taken both of the things. So any journal, any type of, whether it is predatory or whatever the case it may be, it has considered, all the journals are considered in Google Scholar. And especially in Web of Science, earlier it was only article was indexed. Even conference papers was not indexed. Now they have started indexing conference papers also in Web of Science. But in Google Scholar, what happened? We can add a book, whether we have published a book, that bibliographical information we can add, book chapters, reports, all those things we can add in Google Scholar. So that's why it is user friendly. So whether we want to make ourselves, practiced in this field, means we should start with Google Scholar first. Then we can go for Scopus. Then we can go for, Web of Science. But it is a must that we have to start. And Gmail account, we need a Gmail account to open this one. While you go for this, how to create this one, you can once you, this type of, see this screen, those who have not created, the icon will be shown on the top. First, we have to click on that red color I have shown you. There, when you click on that, this type of, all the options will come. You have to click on more. That icon should be clicked. Then further, next, if you go even more from Google, this type of option will come, in which when you click on that, it will show all products. It will show all products, in which you can scroll down all those things and you can find the Scholar will be with this type of sign. Once you click on that, you can create Google Scholar account with giving your information, basic information. And one thing, and most of the people quite often ask, sir, nowadays Google Scholar, opening Google Scholar is a difficult task. Why it is so? The Google Scholar asks one question, give the institutional mail ID. Give the institutional mail ID. So, giving institutional mail ID is a difficult task, sir. How can I give? Because our institution has not given any mail ID for us. Institutional mail ID they have not given. No problem. We can give some fake mail ID. How it is to be given? For example, if you are working in, Kerala University, for example, don't mistake me. Just what I'm giving you that. For example, Ranganathan at the ID we can create like this. Ranganathan at Kerala University.ac.in. That's all over. It will take, but what happened at the page, it will show one information. Email is not verified. Not verified email. In such a way, the information will come. Whether you have real mail ID means it will be verified and you can, authorize in your that mail account. Then it will be mail verified. In such a way, the information will come. If you don't have that mail ID means you need not worry about it. Only the things what you have to do, you have to create your mail ID, institutional mail ID of your own, like this, Ranganathan at that, institutional name .ac.in. It will be accepted. Don't worry. Like this, it will, when you create, this type of screen will come, and you click on the citations, then thereafter get started with the Google Scholar citation. If you have already published articles available online, that article will be shown, that can be added for that. In such a way, the Google Scholar account can be created very easily. So we should have Google Scholar ID for that. And the next one is ResearchGate. Dear friends, ResearchGate is a must or not? There's one more question is that in Google, those who have created Google Scholar account, in this Google Scholar account, only we can upload the bibliographical information manually. We can, whether the real online publications are available, whether the Google Scholar shows that online publication of yours online, then you can link it. Otherwise, you can update your bibliographical information in Google Scholar. But what happened? That paper may not be available online, so that we cannot get receive citation. For that purpose, the Google Scholar itself has given a blog online that is nothing but the ResearchGate. Try to understand. We can create our own blogs. Instead, Google Scholar has given one blog just by name ResearchGate, in which we can create an account and we can upload full paper on ResearchGate. Try to understand. Not only article, even book chapters, any publication activity that you have done online, that all the online papers. Otherwise, if you have soft copy, that copy can be uploaded in ResearchGate, but not in Google Scholar. That is why simultaneously it is a best idea that we have to create ResearchGate account. So just type ResearchGate on Google, and it will take to this screen in which you can ask to join for free, because I always say, like to join free. We are click on that join for free. You can join freely, and that information, and even that Google Scholar ResearchGate account also asks you institutional mail ID. Institutional mail ID, for which we have to, for this one, we need original institutional mail ID. For Google Scholar, we can give fake, but ResearchGate, original research, institutional mail ID is needed, because that link will be sent to the researcher, institutional mail ID, from where we have to give an authorization. Otherwise, it won't work. That's why what is the how can we resolve this problem, sir? Those who have institutional mail ID, try to understand. This is also one thing that we can solve. By chance, my friend is working in Kerala University and he has a institutional mail ID. Mean that ID can be used for your account also, no problem. So that the ID will be created and you are going through your password only. That friend will go for with his own password. There is no need. Only the thing you should ask your friend to activate the account from his institutional mail ID. Once it is activated, no problem. The account will be always open and you can log in with your own login credential and there won't be any difficulty for. We are not going to create any difficulty for our friend. Those who have shared his institutional mail ID. That's also one more way. These are the things only I share with the librarians, not because we people can do all those things for others, but that's why these are the things cannot be revealed with the teachers because they may make it different way. That's why I just share this information our library people for creating all this ID to make to help the other people to do all those things. And one more is recently you might have seen the circular from UGC. What they have said, if your institution has not created Vidwan, if you have not taken participation in the Vidwan profile, fund will not be released. Recent circular has given. So in Vidwan profile also we have to create, that is expert profile, in which we have to create our own ID through Vidwan profile. So we can log in as an expert. So this is the maintained by MHRD. Once it is created, that librarian as you're able to create your IRINS account easily. So we can ask our teachers to create expert ID, Vidwan expert ID, then automatically we can create IRINS like that. This is a IRINS database will be Influent will help you to create this IRINS database for your institution so that we can, this is the model of our university. So let me show you online even. It is a duty of the librarian to create IRINS database for that institutions so that we can show what is the quality of other teachers, and even it is a mandatory nowadays that we have to create IRINS database for our institutions. So this can be created only through once we have created. Okay, let me functioning or not. So up to this, the IDs regarding the IDs creating academic identity IDs are over, sir. So if you have any doubt, you can ask me. I am going to the next part of how to improve the citations for next part. So far I have explained about of researcher ID, Scopus ID, ORCID ID, then Google Scholar ID, then finally I have given that Vidwan ID. And if you have any clarification, you can ask here. Otherwise, I will move to the next area, citation, improving citation score.
Sir, one clarification.
Sure,
That
sir.
is regarding the institutional email ID, sharing the institutional email ID. And you said that one can share the institutional email ID and one can operate the account with his own passwords. How it is possible, sir?
To which account? To which account I'm asking? For Google Scholar or ResearchGate?
ResearchGate.
For ResearchGate. So institutional mail ID is different, and this ResearchGate login ID is different. In ResearchGate login ID, while you register at the first time, it will ask institutional mail ID. Okay. If you don't have the institutional mail ID, even you cannot give any fake mail ID in ResearchGate. In this case, whether really if you are interested in creating ResearchGate account means we can get the information from our friends, those really has main research institutional mail ID. They are only for activation of that account. The mail will be sent to that institutional mail ID of your friend.
Okay.
That your friend has to open his account and just click on it. That's all. Immediately your account will be activated. Thereafter, there is no any link to the institutional mail ID as well as your ResearchGate mail ID. Through your login credentials only, you are going to enter, and your password will be different. Institutional mail ID of your friend password will be different. So you need not worry about anything.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Right, sir?
Thank you, sir.
Any other questions, sir? Shall we move further? So in your, dear participants, actually today is a holiday. Still, you have spent your more valuable time with us to learn something. Means really, this information should be taken to others also, and we want to make our teachers to create these IDs, and we have to create all the profiles, and our institution should be always on the top on the list. Okay, let me go further. What are the adjudicative tools of academicians? There are the publication indices. One is, we people first understand what is H index, what is item index, what is G index, what is P index. So these are the basic indices we should learn, and we should teach others also. So actually, every day the duty of the librarian is to check what is the H index of their institution in Web of Science, in Scopus. And there is no need of Google Scholar. Institutional H index can be calculated in these two databases. One is in this one, Web of Science, and in Scopus. We should note down all those things, and we should take steps to improve also, right? Let me explain what is H index actually. H index is nothing but whether if you have any published any articles, whether you have more number of articles you have published, means you might have received some citation. Let me explain here what is citation. Most of the people don't understand citation. Once it is published, means citation should have to come what we feel. It is not so. Actually, for example, if I want to publish any paper, means I would review some of the articles of my earlier publications. That reviews can be shown in my review of literature area. The same is to be indexed, same is to be repeated in references as a link I have given. That references, with the references, I would publish. Once it is published, if I have published in proper journal, right? This is one thing we should understand. If we publish in the third category journal or predatory journal or cloned journals, we cannot get any citations. What happened? If we publish at least somewhat standard journal, they may have link with some indexing activity or some indices. So what happened? While it is indexed, the references which we have given will be indexed. Once it is indexed, the credit will goes to particular person from where I have taken the references, from where I have taken the reviews, for which for example, I have referred 6 members article, 6 authors article. Means once my article is published and once it is indexed, all the 6 authors will be credited one citation for their particular account, for that particular article. So citation is not an immediate activity. Once our article has to publish, then it should be indexed. Then only after indexing, the credit will go to that particular author. For example, if we have published so many papers, even we can get citations. If anybody has referred our paper and whether they have included our article in their references, once their article is published, after publication, whether they have indexed that article, then we will receive one citation. Try to understand. So citation is nothing but the credit given to that particular author for those who have shared his information. Let me come to here. If I have shown you some table here, in this, if I have published one article, in no matter whether it is in chronological order or not, according to the number of citation order, one article I have published, I have received 33 citation. Means if I publish one article, if I get at least one citation, I can open H index account 1. Try to understand. Article number as well as citation number, whether both should be equal or greater, the citation should be greater. Article as well as citation number, where there is there is an equal or greater, then our H index starts from that. So for example, here you can say George Hitch, that is a man, he has given this idea that H index is to be taken into the academic consideration, academic performance. That is why we have to follow this. So here, if I have published one article, means I should have received only one citation. That's enough at the time of creating H index 1 name. If I have published a second article, means the first articles also should have received 2 citation. Second article also have received 2 citation. Mean both of the articles have received 2 citation. Means I have H index 2. The third article, if I publish the third article and it is also receiving citations, whether I want to move to the H index 3, means the first article should have also received 3 citation. Second articles also should have received 3 citation. Third article also should have received 3 citation minimum. Then it is considered H index 3. So let me explain this table now. One article 33, H index 1, okay. Second article 30, equal and greater. Third article 20, yes, equal, greater. Fourth article also 15. So what happened? 14 means 4 citation is enough here, but it has received 15, and that 4 number is available in above all the articles. And fifth articles, you can find that 7 citation that person has received. 7 means here it is record only 5, extra 2, no problem. And the same 5 number is also available in all the above articles. And sixth article, you can find that 6 receive H index as that person has, 6 citation he has received. The same 6 citation he has received in all the above articles, so that his H index is 6 here. When we go for the 7th article, that person has received only 5 citations, not equal 7. Whether his H index needs to move 7 H index, means he should have received a 7 citation in 6th article also, as well as 7th article also. Then only he can move to the 7th H index 7. For example, come to here. If you find it difficult to calculate this, means simply what we can do, we can just type all those things in Excel. Number of articles 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, according to the decreasing order of the citations. At the column B, you can find that I have just put the data in the same order here. And if we create a line graph, in this line graph, you can find that where x-axis and y-axis crosses, that number is the H index, which I have shown on you the screen. So H index is nothing but number of articles as well as number of citation. Either it should be equal or greater. Where it is equal or greater, you can find your H index. This is the H index model. So if you receive H index, means how many papers you have published. For example, a person might have published 10 articles and his H index may be 1 or 2. That means what? 2 H index means that person has received both of the article 2 citation. In 2 articles, in both he has received 2 citations. So that is known as H index. So if you have any doubt regarding H index, just ask me here. Let me explain further how to improve this H index individual.
Sorry, in the previous table that you have shown, see, here can I take my H index 15, because considering the 4 articles.
4 articles?
And citation is 15. See, and 4 to 1 articles, there are about 15 citations, 15, 20, 30, 33. So instead of 6, why can't I take 4 or 15 as H index? Because considering 4 articles.
No. 15. Now try to, if you have published only 4 articles, means, am I right?
Yeah.
You have published only.
I published 6 articles. And up to 4 articles, I receive 15 and above citations. So considering only that, I take it is H index 15. Considering 4 articles.
No. Now tell me that. Next concept you should understand that H core. What is that? H core. H core means, what is the H core? What is the record citation at that particular article is only H index, remaining is not considered H core. For example, come to the first article, 33 citation. Here, in this first article, H core is only 1. Try to understand. If I have published only one article but I have received 33 citation means my H core is only 1, sir. 32 is extra and it won't come under the H core. Try to understand. So here your question is that I have received 15 in the 4th article. What is the H core according to your understanding, can you tell me that what is the H core at the 4th article? Tell me.
It's 4.
Only 4. Remaining 11 is extra. It doesn't come under the H core. So only H core is to be considered for H index, not the others. Extra cannot be considered. That is the demerits of demerits of H index, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Disadvantages of H index. Right?
Thank you, sir.
For overcoming these disadvantages, there are some other indices has come. I will explain you later.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, sir, how to improve the H index? Whether we want to improve the H index means we should have more visibility. More visibility means what is the chances of more visibility, sir? Try to publish your articles in these 2 citation database. Which one? Web of Science, Scopus, because they have wider visibility. For example, if you publish the articles in Trivandrum corner, that person would have published that article in print journal 100, and in online he won't give. Even if he has given online for 1 month only, it will be online. Thereafter it won't be available. Even it will not be there with the link with any indexing databases, so that there won't be any visibility. That's why if you want to really you are interested in improving your H index means we should always target to in these 2 databases. And one more thing is that we should always concentrate on the references should be on the same journal. Why it is the same journal? So that what happened, that journal, the acceptance rate will be high. If you go for Web of Science and Scopus, they expect that they want impact factor. They want to improve their impact factor or SGR factor. In this case, they will check whether they have cited any articles of their journal. If it is the case, the acceptance rate will be high. And another one is, though it is argument still today, self-citation. What is self-citation? You can cite your own article. You can cite your own article. If you cite your own article, citation you yourself give to your own article, so that your H index will be improved. But one thing, self-citation, somebody argue that no, self-citation is not good, and it is not so. Actually, in science, what happened? They have their own lab. In that lab only, they will continue their research. Today they have moved up to such level. Thereafter, next day, the same research is going to be improved, so that they have to give the reference of the earlier research work. But one thing, while you go for the self-citation, what you have to do, just to see this table. As you are interested to improve your H index means self-citation can be done. But self-citation can be done, logically, but some trick also that. What's the trick? Whether I want to move to 7 H index, I should cite not the first article, second article, third article, fourth article, but I should cite which articles, sir? Tell me. Whether I want to go for 7th H index, 7 means self-citation is best now for which article? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pardon?
5th article or 4th article?
7th article and 6th article. Okay?
Yes.
6th article. If I cite, I have to cite 2 articles together in the same genre. 2 references I can give. So 6th article, if my article has got published and indexed, means that citation 6 will change as a 7. Am I right? Then 7th article will change as a 6. Then if one more citation if I get, I will move into the H index 7. Am I right or not?
Yes.
That is the technology we have to follow, right? Those who are really interested in improving their self-citation, H index mean they should be always in the eyes on the citation, where it is really required, cite on those. Because why I am telling my specialization is only scientometrics. I won't publish more articles in, user studies or any other area, so that all the articles are relevant to my further studies. Am I right or not? In such a case, we should always be thinking about of the, articles which needs citation. If I self-cite on those articles, then my H index will be improved. And one more thing, write articles with the expert. Usually, for example, if I publish an article from one corner of this world, who knows about of mine, and the journal will not accept my article sometimes. Who is the expert in that particular area? For example, if I publish an article with the name KP Vijay Kumar, then on seeing that, the publisher will know, he knows that he's the best professor in Kerala, so that article may have quality, and even Vijay Kumar sir will accept my name only when the article, when either has some quality. Then if I include the expert name along with my article, means, so in author category, then acceptance rate will be high. If my article is accepted, I can get more citation. So that is why, that is also one more method. And one more thing is that maximum, sometimes what happen, Ramanarayanan name, write your name properly in your article, means N Ramanarayanan, one article. Sometimes in the next article, Ramanarayanan N. So the system will think that the computer knows only two things. Which one? 0 and 1. So that's why binary digit. According to the binary digit, it may think that N Ramanarayan is different, Ramanarayan N is different. In sometimes what happen, our students will type as a Rama, Nadu, there is a gap, Narayan separate. So that third or that. So that what happened, for that citation will go to the separate heading. The next Ramanarayan citation will go separate heading. In such a way, our citation will scatter. That's why we should follow the procedure, principle. Whether we publish article, means only one name properly we have to follow. For that, minimizing this problem only, ORCID has come. Okay. And we have to follow the guidelines of the journal also. That is one more thing. And we should always think about of that. Our paper should be always online. That is must. What we people think that once I have published that, I don't want to share my paper with anybody else. He will copy. What we think? No, it's not so. Make it available anywhere. Once it is, available anywhere, at least a few of them will give us citation, so that we can get more number of citations. Okay. And plagiarism check and other things also, that's the most important one. And one more thing is that collaboration of article, that is a must to improve your citation. Collaboration means what, sir? If I publish one article, for example, if I am working in a department, means there are 8 faculty members, we can join 4 faculty members, we can go for a gentleman agreement. While I publish paper, 3 other members, I would add your name. Okay. At the time you can ask me, sir, first author will give 60% mark, remaining mark will be distributed. If it is the case, no problem. Author B will also publish the paper and he will include my name. C author will also publish a paper, at least one paper. He will include my name. And D author will be. So that what happened? Finally, one paper, but you can get score also 100, no problem. But if any one article get one citation, means all the 4 authors will be given one citation separately. So that what happened? So we may have getting more number of citations. So collaboration of article is another method of getting more number of citations. Am I making myself clear, sir? Okay, sir. Kabir sir, it's more than an hour. 12 o'clock, we have crossed 12. Can I continue further?
Oh, okay. I will, Dr. Suthi Vijayan. Dr. Suthi Vijayan. Hello.
Sir.
Is there a time limit now? 1 hour?
No,
Google Meet 1 hour. We can cross 1 hour. We can continue.
Yes, sir.
As the participant, otherwise next week also we can continue. No problem. I am ready to do all those things every week. But only the things we should understand clearly, and we should carry out the activities.
Okay, sir. I think we can stop and we can leave for discussion, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Sir, I have one question, sir.
I think there is a limitation. Our limitation is there.
Sir,
Okay. Proceed.
Yes, sir.
hello, sir.
Okay.
Yes, listening.
both stands for
Sir, your voice is very low. I'm not
Voice
able to
is
understand what is.
He's
Hello,
a
sir. Hear me?
he's a Ranjit, a research scholar in University of
Hello?
Kerala. Okay.
Ah,
Proceed.
yes.
Proceed.
Sir, our substation is considered for meeting both the scholars.
രഞ്ജിത്ത വോളിയം ക്ലിയർ ആവുന്നില്ല, കട്ടായി പോകുന്നു.
Some problem with your audio.
Okay, sir. Please,
There is some problem
go into
with
the
your
net
audio.
connection.
ഒന്ന് നിന്ന് സംസാരിക്കാമോ രഞ്ജിത്തെ?
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Hello. Can you hear me? Hello.
Now it is clear. Okay, we can hear. Proceed.
Sir. All the self-citation is considered for creating H index in both hands of studies.
You do one thing. You write in this chat. You put in the chat box.
Okay.
ചാറ്റ് ബോക്സിൽ ടൈപ്പ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുമോ രഞ്ജിത്തെ?
You type in
ആ
the chat
ചോദ്യം
box.
ഒന്ന്.
Okay. Your audio is not clear.
Okay, sir. Chat box.
Okay. Sir, Sadik Bhasha, sir, please look into the chat box.
Okay, sir.
Sadik Bhasha, sir,
Yes.
this kind of talking is very relevant and it should be continuous. I think suggesting for every week.
Yes, actually, I have all those things should be explained in practically. I have given you only, theoretical information, but these things should be even practically means you'll be able to learn a lot of things. As it
Yes,
is,
sir.
limited hours, we can go with this one. But anyhow, when the chance comes, means quite often I just come to Calicut University. Also, I have explained these things once in this one of the classes, one of the workshop, and even if we plan, we can go for further, no problem.
Okay, theory is the beginning for practice, sir.
Sure.
I think again, Dr. Hanif has arranged one program, your program in the University of Calicut next week.
Okay, sir.
Mr.
Yes.
Sunny can attend that also. Sunny Joseph can attend that program also.
Okay, please.
Again, with the same speaker, Sadik Bhasha, sir, in the next week.
Okay, thank you. Please send me the link, sir.
Okay, definitely. Okay, Dr. Surendran Cherugodan, please.
Sir.
Sir, somebody has asked me about collaboration. Is it ethically good or bad? One of the, a person has asked it. Actually, do you know how many authors will be for an article maximum? Up to your limit, up to your knowledge. Have you ever seen any articles up
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, yes, I hear, but I don't understand what you really ask.
See,
What?
in Mata Amritanandamayi institutions,
Yeah.
when they publish papers,
Hmm.
and Mata Amritanandamayi is the first author of every papers.
Hmm.
So is it like scientific fraud? No.
Hmm.
So,
I'm talking about of your department. You should collaborate with your department people.
yeah.
You should collaborate with your department people, so that department H-index will improve. If you add some other people who's, irrelevant to that study, means that is not ethical.
Yeah, sir.
If I add my department people, means somewhat he will be able to understand the concept.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
That's what
sir.
I'm telling.
What he is telling that Mata Amritanandamayi is doing unethical thing. That is what he points out.
Yeah, definitely. She is the number one research scholar when the number of paper published is concerned.
Scholar of any particular discipline, sir, not in all the disciplines. Right?
Yeah.
Scientist of particular area. Library science, if you are in the working in library science department, means all the library science people, they have knowledge about of all the subjects of library science. If I include a chemistry professor to my article, on seeing itself, they can ask us how he is relevant to that.
Yeah, it's the same question to these MADA institutions. In all the institutions, whenever they publish, medical institutions, they publish papers, MADA is the first author.
So we don't want to go in depth about of this discussion, I think.
Okay, it's good, sir.
Joseph, you can point out the questions in the chat box. Joseph Thomas.
Yes.
Unmute. Please unmute.
Yeah. Is there any score for? Yeah. Is there any score for book reviews for CAS? Yes, sir.
Okay.
For
Okay.
book reviews also. There is a scoring. What happened? That score is given in that IDs. Well, for example, in Web of Science, if I have reviewed any paper in Web of Science, the separate scoring is given there. That can be shown in that. And I don't think that for CAS, there won't be any, credit point will be given for CAS. Have you got any answer for this? And one more question has asked about of Google Scholar profile. Institutional email ID is not available. Then means how can I go? As I told you that if you don't get institutional email, if you want to open an account in Google Scholar, the Google Scholar will ask you institutional mail ID, but link. Once it is clicked, the link is clicked in the this one institutional mail ID, then only it will shows that verified email ID. Otherwise, not verified email ID. That's all. What is the difference is that whether it is verified or not, but your H-index will be calculated automatically, and all the other calculations will be carried out, but there is no any restrictions. And one more person has asked, how can I know the developments in my research area that may happen in any corner of the globe? That's why the notifications are available for elsewhere, for any journals, any particular journals or any particular Google Scholar also. You can click on the notification. Notification will come to your mail, and so that you can understand what is the recent development. It is available in Google Scholar. What are the relevant areas, relevant articles published in that area? You can get notifications so that you can understand what is the recent developments in that particular area. You can know by means of this notification.
Sir, whether the uploading of articles in ResearchGate is a violation of copyright?
Yeah, what it is, if the this one, any copyright issue, if you feel so, whether it is elsewhere journal, they are not, they don't want to upload your articles on the, ResearchGate means you can upload only abstract. Then in ResearchGate, there is a facility. There you can make a request. The person who needs your article, they can send you the request. You can share your full paper to that particular person only. So that this is the one method. You just upload your abstract. Then you can receive any request from that people. Then you can share with them.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, any other questions? Any questions or comments or clarification, additions?
Sir, I am Surendran.
Yeah.
Okay, proceed.
Thank you very much for having given this class for us, sir. I have two supplements, I think, because you said that Scopus Web of Science database indexes around 8,000 journals. Am I correct?
Yes, 8,500 journals.
That is actually
14,000,
sir. That is actually 14,000 Web of Science.
Okay.
Then second thing, so I ask our participants to verify it, whether if I am correct. Okay, then second thing, you told that UGC care list has removed 180 journals of Scopus database.
Yes.
That is also not correct now. Because now UGC care list covers almost all publications of Scopus database.
Shall we check it now?
Yes, you check.
Let me check it online now.
Okay, sir. Sir, if you are if you are not able to log in, I can take it, sir, for you.
Yes. Yeah. You do it.
I will share. Sir.
Yes. I forgot about my password now.
Okay. This is now, sir. This is okay. Now I think you can see this. So Scopus list.
So share your screen.
Sir, I think
share
I am
your
sharing.
Screen.
I am sharing, sir.
Yeah, you can share now. You can share now.
I think I am sharing.
Yeah,
Screen
yeah.
is visible. Screen is visible, sir. Screen
yes,
is
yes,
visible.
yes.
Now, University Grants Commission. This is
Yes.
listed to arts and humanities. This Web of Science, and this is Scopus.
Go down, go down, go down,
Yes,
go
sir.
down.
Yes, sir. Here,
Yeah, now, yes. Scopus, arts and science. Scopus source list. Yeah, now they have removed, I think.
I think yes.
Yeah, I mean, last month it was around 178 journals they removed. Am I right?
No, sir. It was 71. Actually, it was 71. They removed.
71.
71. But now I think they have accepted almost all enter list.
Okay. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay. Sir.
And this one, MLA journals also, now they are MLA journals, we can publish in MLA journals also. Am I right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes. You are right. You are right.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. That's all what I want.
Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir.
Okay. You continue.
That's what I mean, talking about why these 78 journals were removed in Scopus. And you know that, I mean, Scopus especially, they collect some amount. And they, what happened, that not much standard journals are there in Scopus also. Personally, if you have the publication activity, when you look at some of the journals, they are not maintaining that much of standard when compared to Web of Science. And Web of Science, as you said, that the conference proceedings are nowadays it is included. That's why the number of journals have been improved. Am I right?
No, sir. It is actually science citation index journals are 9,000 around 9,500 plus social science citation indexing 3,500 plus
that is in emerging science, emerging source science index. Am I right?
No, sir. Not emerging source science. I have only included SCI indexed, social science citation indexed, and arts and human citation indexed. Together, they come around 14,000 journals.
Okay, right.
Sir, another.
It's actually very less number compared to Web of Science because Scopus, because Scopus indexes around 38,000 journals.
38,000, yes.
And you are correct that many of them are predatory journals.
Yes.
No dispute about that. You are very, very correct.
Right. Yes, sir. Sunny Joseph, sir.
Sir, I'm requesting to present an outline about IRINS database for creating an institution with InflipNet. IRINS, its purpose and how it is created. IRINS database.
IRINS database. Actually, just to show you the instances to you, right? I will show you the instances to you so that, it takes a lot of time to explain. Just have a look at it, then you can have an idea, right?
Okay, sir.
There is a question from Anis Fatima. How to assess the quality of an article? You can check later.
Welcome, sir.
Okay.
Can you see the screen now?
Sir, yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, this is the IRINS of our Annamal University. I have created this for so you can get this profile through the Vidwan. The InflipNet will help you to create this one. For example, if you go there, just have a look at it. All the department peoples, all the department teaching staff peoples, head index will be there, and how it is to be calculated, let me show you on some profile here. For example, this give profile of this. So each and every teaching staff publication activities are recorded here. Just have a look at it. Here, as I told you that all the IDs are linked with the IRINS. ORCID ID, Scopus ID, Researcher ID, and Google Scholar ID. Apart from Microsoft Academic Research ID also there in IRINS. So once it is linked with IRINS, all the platforms are linked in one platform. So all the things, for example, if I want to check what is the citation, this is a Google Scholar, I mean, research. This is nothing but the this one RefMain research. If anybody wants to check his particular researcher ID, for example, researcher ID, how many score he has scored, how much of H-index he has scored, means just clicking his researcher ID, it will link to that particular person's researcher ID. Then you can find. So see the details you can find summary. For example, Scopus, it is not. Clicking his Scopus ID, we can get the information about of all the publication, how many publication he has, and what is the H-index of Scopus. Yeah. So do you find it? So all the details about of that particular faculty are shown here with the different IDs are there. Even though those different IDs are there, through which we can know that particular person's quality. How, I mean, what is his publication activity? All those things we can find out through in one platform. That is the main thing in IRINS. Okay. So this is the model I show you that, and it needs some, I mean, help from InfoLibNet. Through InfoLibNet only we can create, and they will send you the Excel details through which we have to create all the IDs for all the faculty members, and the information we have to share with them. Then the IRINS will create the, I mean, this InfoLibNet will create the IRINS profile for your institution.
Okay, thank you, sir. Then Vidwan is another database, Vidwan.
Vidwan. So actually, Vidwan, a person directly log in it, and they can upload their publication in Vidwan also. The same, you can find it. For example, see, let me show you that here. Usually the Vidwan, once you have created the IRINS database, the InfoLibNet will you the InfoLibNet will give you the nodal officer category. Even you can you can maintain your own profile as a login as expert. Otherwise, login as nodal officer also. The librarian has given the power, empowered to go for the nodal officer. And once you have given your login credentials, you can see your institutional mail ID, your institutional details, all the things in Vidwan also.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you, sir. It's informative. It's informative.
Yes, I will show you just. See, Vidwan profiles. We can download all the information about of all the faculties. Expert profile can be immediately download. For example, the institution asks you about of the, I mean, with one profile of all your experts. Even you can add experts. You can check their, I mean, developments. All the things you can do with that, right? So Vidwan is the base for IRINS. Either you can create IRINS directly through, they will allot the number in Vidwan. The Vidwan ID will be created.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Any other questions, sir?
Sir, you forgot to tell about this G index. If you have time, or
which one is that? G index.
G index, and just
G index.
give me some ideas about.
I have it. I have it. So actually, this is the improved H index. Whether if you are not satisfied with the H index score, I want to show more in this one. Means, let me share you in a brief manner what is. See, G index for J index, for example, those who are not satisfied with H index, I want to show my improved ranking score, improved citation score. If it is the case, if you have number of publications, if I have number of publication, that publications are going to be arranged in decreasing. The citation which I have received will be arranged in decreasing order in the first column. How it is to be calculated, let me explain you in a brief manner. As time is flying fast, don't worry, I will complete in a minute. So number of citation which I have received are going to be arranged in decreasing order in the first column. Second column, I am going to give you a rank. So rank 1, what is the highest citation I have received at the left side. Then thereafter, the third column, I am going to give the cumulative number of citation. Cumulative number of citation. Just have a look at it. My screen you can see. Then fourth column will be the rank square. Fourth column will be the rank square. Just have a look at it. Then I would explain now. First column, total number of citation received in decreasing order. Then the rank is given in the second column. The third column is the cumulative number of total citation I have received. Then rank square is in the fourth column. Now, just have a look at it, my dear friends. Surender sir, have a look at it. For example, in 41 paper, I have received only 41 citation. That means my H index is stopped here. Am I right? 41 is H index. But I have received more number of citation, but I feel that it is very less. I want to show more more score to the academic community. So that what happened? Where rank square, try to understand, rank square as well as cumulative total citations equal or greater relevant to that row, you can find rank 1 is considered to be the G index. Am I making myself clear, sir? So rank square and cumulative number of citation, where it is either cumulative number of citation, whether it is equal or greater relevant to that row, you can find the number rank 1 is considered to be the G index. Now in which you can find that this G index is 60. So don't you think that it is higher than 41? That's why proudly take my collar high, I can say that my G index is 60, sir. My H index is 41, but my G index is 60. Are you able to understand, sir? Any clarification, sir?
Okay, sir, that is enough. That's enough, sir.
Yes.
Thank you.
Sir, there is a question from Anis Fatima.
Yes, sir.
How to assess the quality of an article?
Quality of an article. So actually, quality of an article itself, I can say the citation is one method of assessing the quality of an article. If I receive more number of citation, means it is understood that I am the main source of sharing the knowledge to this number of people. For example, I have received 5 citation, means 5 people have been benefited from my article, sir. Okay, if I receive 33 citation for the paper, means as it is a quality, then only 33 people have used my article information and they have developed their knowledge and they have published 33 articles. So that that is the one thing. And recently alt matrix. Recent is the alt matrix. Alt matrix is other thing.
Okay, right. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Any other questions? Okay. So if no more questions, I think we can wind up. Okay, right? Right, sir?
So I hope that I don't bore you all, but anyhow, this is actually metric studies. The metric studies need some, practical session, then only everyone can easily understand. But anyhow, this is a must. So unless otherwise we have all the metric values, then only if we score this metric values, we will be considered as the best teachers, the best academician in the field. That's why it is a must today. We have to follow it at any cost. And my dear friends, let me submit my heartfelt thanks to Kabir sir and as well as Sudeep and other faculty, other authorities, those who are there in the Kelpro bulletin, for having given me the wonderful opportunity to meet my own colleagues in this forum and share my views in this the webinar. So thanks for the opportunity given. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So thank you very much, Dr. Sadik Bhasha, sir, for your informative presentation. You have disseminated a lot of useful information to us, that is useful tips for improving the citation score of our researchers, our faculty. Now, thanks for the educated and enlightened audience also for the active participation and discussion, especially Dr. Surendran Cherikodan of University of Science and Technology, Sunny Joseph of Government College, Kasaragod, and Ranjit from University of Kerala, and Anis Fatima, and I don't know the identity. She also raised some questions. Now, Dr. Sadik Bhasha, sir, for spending your precious time with the Kelpro community. Thank you very much, sir. Now over to Dr. Sudhi S. Vijayan for the formal vote of thanks. He is our General Secretary of the Association Kelpro. So over to Dr. Sudhi Vijayan for vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, everybody. We all know the importance of creating the academic identity and a citation score, especially in the present ICT world. The presentation delivered by Professor Dr. M. Sadik Bhasha sir explained how to develop our academic identity and a citation score through creating ID in Scopus, ResearchGate, Orgon, and how to increase the H-index, etc. And it is very informative. I think all of the participants will get a clear-cut idea about that. It is my privilege to have the opportunity to deliver the vote of thanks for this event to all dignitaries participate in our program. First, thank to our chief guest, Dr. M. Sadik Bhasha, professor and university librarian in charge, Annamalai University. When the editor and the executive committee member, Dr. Humayun Kabir sir, contacted him for this webinar, he readily accepted our invitation. On behalf of the Kelpro, I record our deep sense of appreciation and gratitude to you, sir. I would also like to thank for the valuable information he shared with us and the time he spends for us. I thank Patron Dr. Raghunathan sir, President Sri A. Hamsa sir, Sri Rajendran Pilla sir, then Dr. Humayun Kabir sir and Sri Arun Kumar VR for arranging the webinar and also for all the Kelpro family members. Finally, I extend my gratitude to the great personalities from inside and outside the country who have spent their valuable time with us. I also thank all the participants who assembled here for making this event a success. Expect your presence and support in our future webinars. Thank you very much.
Thanks. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sadik Bhasha, sir, for your spending your valuable time with us. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thanks. I will call you, sir. So now the meeting is over. Meeting is over.